Welcome back to Kazmogi Car Stuff. Today we're going to be talking about some common questions about charging at public charging stations. That'll depend on quite a few factors. So one is which company you're using. The companies around me are Blink, Chargepoint, and NRG eVgo. There might be a couple more, but those are the ones that I've come across the most. And those companies can charge in different ways. So some will be free. Some will charge by the kilowatt hour, so you're paying for the amount of electricity that you're using. Some charge by time, so either by minutes or hours. One of them has a monthly fee, so you pay a certain amount per month no matter how much you use. And some are just flat rates, so you'll pay $5 to quick charge 10% or 90%, doesn't matter, it's $5, whatever. With Blink, I've seen some stations are free, but for the most part in my area, they're charging by kilowatt hour. With Chargepoint, it depends on what station you're charging at, and I've seen them use all of the cost models. Some are free, some are per kilowatt hour, some are by minute. I don't think I've seen a flat rate, but they have the other options. And I've had the most experience with NRG eVgo. They are the most prominent in my area. So with my plan, I pay $15 a month plus 10 cents per minute to use the quick charger. So I just got my bill from NRG eVgo, and that actually reflects about 95% of the electricity that I used last month. I usually can charge at work for free, and I usually charge at home, but work has been super crowded. I haven't been able to charge there, and home we used our AC a lot last month, so I avoided charging at home all of last month. So my bill was $36.65. That includes the $15 monthly fee. So the total was $36. I drove 1,256 miles. Now to compare that, my last car got about 27 mpg. That was the average. So had I driven that same distance in my Hyundai that I used to have, I would have used 46.5 gallons of gas. And the average price for premium around here right now is $3.54. So that would have cost me $164 to go the same distance. And so I basically saved $128 by going electric. So you have a few factors here. First is the speed of your onboard charger. Now, I could be totally wrong on this. I need to do more research, but I believe the onboard charger on your car converts AC to DC. So this car, the baseline car, comes with a 3.3 kilowatt hour onboard charger. I opted for the faster one, which is 6.6. So I can charge twice as fast as someone with a 3.3. Okay, the other factor is how big is your battery. This Leaf has a 24 kilowatt hour battery. If you look at the Tesla Model S, their smallest battery is 60 kilowatt hours and their biggest is 85. So if all things were equal besides the size of the battery, it would obviously take longer to charge an 85 kilowatt hour battery as opposed to a 24 kilowatt hour battery. Okay, and the other factor is what level are you charging at? So there are 3 levels of charging. Level 1 is at 120 volts, and that's your regular household plug, and that takes a really long time to charge your car. If you had it at 0, it would take something around 20 hours. Level 2 is around 240 volts. These are your average public charging stations. And with this car, it takes a little under 4 hours to charge from a very low percentage. And then there's the level 3, which is also called DC Quick Charge, or you might hear it called CHAdeMO. I think the CHAdeMO thing is actually the type of plug, but DC Quick Charge, we'll just call it that. And for me, it takes about 25 minutes to get from a really low single-digit percentage to 80%. Now, when you do quick charging with this car, you want to go to 80%. And that's because once you hit 80%, the rate of charge really drops dramatically. So you're pretty much charging at the same rate as level 2 once you get to 80%. So if you're doing a quick charge and someone is waiting, unplug after 80% and go to a level 2. So you will run into some difficulties while charging at public stations. You might get iced. ICE stands for internal combustion engine, and being iced is when a gas-powered car parks in an EV charging spot. One that I've run into quite often is an EV parking in a charging spot and not charging. Along those same lines, you'll see people who are done charging, but they haven't come to unplug their car. So they're just taking up the spot, and who knows how long they've been sitting there. Maybe they're coming to unplug it, but I think a lot of times, and I have noticed some people at work that have been there for hours, and they just leave their car there taking up that spot. Another problem I ran into last month while only charging at public stations is a lot of the chargers around me are at dealerships and they have set hours. So a lot of them close at 9 or 10 at night, and many times I had to charge after 10 o'clock. So that can be a very big hassle. So if you're someone who lives in an apartment or you rent a house where you can't get a home charger, make sure to look at the charging stations around your area and see what their hours of operation are. And the last thing I've run into, mostly with free chargers, is waiting for a charge. So basically standing in line for a charge. And the one benefit about going to stations where you have to pay is that doesn't happen very often. That really depends on your area. So check out that Plugshare app and find out what your charging infrastructure looks like around your area. For me, when I'm out and about, I use the DC quick charger 99% of the time. So while I'm charging, I'll check my email, reply to emails, reply to texts, play games on my phone. I'll take a little nap because I'm only sitting there for 10 to 20 minutes, so it's not a very long time. With level 2, you're really gonna want to do something while your car is charging. So like home chargers are level 2. You plug in at night, wake up, and your car's done. If your local mall has some chargers, plug in, go shopping, you have some charge when you come back. For me, my work has chargers there, so I can plug in the morning, after a couple hours, take a break, unplug my car and move it, and I'm all done. So that's been my video on public charging stations. If you have any questions, please leave a comment, please subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you at the next video. Thanks for watching.